Indianapolis Supercross marks round 9 of the 2025 season and the highly anticipated first 250 SX East-West Showdown of the year. This event is one of 3 occasions in the 17-round SX Championship where both 250 SX divisions collide, adding an extra layer of excitement and unpredictability. Monsterenergy Yamaha Star Racing teammates Max Anstey, East, and Hayden Deegan, West, come into Indy with the red plates, leading their respective divisions. Their 450 SX teammate Cooper Webb also holds the points lead in the Premier class. Both Anstey and Deegan have been solid so far, but as history shows, just look back at the 2024 Nashville SX Showdown, anything can happen when the best of both coasts go head-to-head. KTM's Tom Viale, East, and Julian Boehmer, West, sit second in the standings, eager to close the gap on their Yamaha counterparts. With the field stacked, expect factory riders to shuffle positions and privateers to seize opportunities. These showdowns always produce tense heat races and LCQs, making them some of the most thrilling nights in Supercross. In the 450 SX class, championship leader Cooper Webb enters Indianapolis with a narrow lead over Chase Sexton and Ken Roczen. However, Roczen has history on his side. He's the only one of the 3 with at least 1 win at Lucas Oil Stadium, and he has won here an impressive 4 times. The German rider hasn't claimed back-to-back victories since his dominant streak at this venue in early 2021, but he's showing strong form. Can he break that trend and capture a second straight win? Meanwhile, Webb has his sights set on a big victory to extend his championship lead, while Sexton needs a strong showing after a challenging month. With riders like Justin Cooper, Malcolm Stewart, Aaron Plessinger, Jason Anderson and Justin Barcia in the mix, expect fierce battles for podium spots. The question remains, will a dark horse emerge to shake up the standings? Free practice. In the 250 SX class, Bryce Shelley topped the 250 SX overflow session, while Hayden Deegan led the West Division session, and RJ Hampshire was fastest in the East Division. These times, however, do not count for official qualifying. For the 450 SX class, Malcolm Stewart posted the fastest lap in the A session, demonstrating his pace by going 3-on-3-on-off in a rhythm section. Jeremy Hand and Thomas Welch led the B and C sessions respectively, but like in the 250 SX class, these times did not count for overall qualifying. First qualifying sessions, 250 SX East Division, Carson Mumford, Max Anstey and Chance Hymas led the charge early in the first qualifying session. However, the session was red-flagged after Preston Boastflug suffered a hard crash, requiring medical attention. When the session resumed, Seth Hammaker briefly claimed the top spot with a 50.822 before Hymas took over with a 50.332. Hymas showcased impressive technique by jumping the wall out of the sand turn, demonstrating his growing confidence after a career-best 4th-place finish in Daytona. He ended the session on top, followed by Austin Faulkner with a 50.439. 250 SX West Division, Yamaha teammates Michael Mosiman, Cole Davies and Hayden Deegan set the early pace. Deegan quickly adapted to Hymas's wall jump technique and posted a blistering 49.530, making him the fastest 250 SX rider of the day so far. Davies attempted a hot lap but went down in the sand turn, highlighting the track's challenging conditions. 450 SX class, Justin Barcia, Shane McElrath and Malcolm Stewart led the way early. Stewart initially set the pace with a 49.760 before Ken Roczen fired back with a 49.234. However, Stewart reclaimed the top spot with a 48.767. Chase Sexton attempted a flyer but made an early mistake and backed off. In the end, Stewart secured the fastest time in the first 450 SX qualifying session. Combined qualifying. In the 250 SX West Division, Deegan continued to dominate, maintaining his spot at the top of the leaderboard. Despite an early crash in the session, Davies rebounded to secure second place. In the 250 SX East Division, Tom Viala, Seth Hammaker and Max Anstey took turns trading fast laps at the top of the board. Hammaker, who crashed off the practice start, regrouped and ultimately claimed P1. Meanwhile, Trevor Collip suffered a scary crash but fortunately walked away without major injury. For the 450 SX class, Cooper Webb initially led the second session, but disaster struck when he suffered a hard crash in the whoops. Jumping through the section, he got kicked left, causing a violent endo. Fortunately, he managed to separate from his bike mid-air and avoid serious injury. After remounting, he attempted a fast lap, but struggled with a bent handlebar and ultimately ended his session early. As Webb dealt with his issues, Roxon, Sexton, Stewart and Plessinger went on a charge. Roxon laid down the fastest lap of the session, clocking a 48.72 to secure the top spot overall. With the 250 SX Showdown format adding unpredictability and the 450 SX title battle heating up, Indianapolis promises an action-packed night of racing. Can Roxon capitalize on his strong form at Lucas Oil Stadium? Will Webb shake off his crash and fight for the win? Can Sexton bounce back and prove he's still in the title hunt? And in the 250 SX division, will Deegan continue to dominate, or will one of his rivals rise to the occasion? Supercross fans are in for a thrilling night in Indianapolis. Get ready for some high-intensity racing.